The Emperor has taken control of the galaxy, the Republic has transformed into the Galactic Empire, and the remaining Jedi are being hunted down across the galaxy. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order makes this grim setting entertaining, and a return to form for Star Wars games.
Going somewhere? I recognize that stance. Perhaps you've had some training after all. Who was your master, Padawan? Someone I killed, perhaps? What Jedi gave their life so that you might live?
Respawn and EA's highly anticipated release Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has just released on the Xbox, PlayStation and PC, and after some mixed releases with Star Wars Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, Jedi Fallen Order is as fresh as The Force Awakens was after the prequel films.
They're like children, and I slaughtered them like children.
Except Revenge of the Sith, that one's pretty good. If you've been paying attention to Star Wars Rebels, the story of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will seem familiar. You play as Cal Kestis, a Jedi Padawan hiding on the scrapping planet of Bracca. After using the Force in a life and death situation, the Empire noticed this and sent Inquisitors to Bracca. Shortly after your encounter with the second sister, you'll meet Suri, Grease, and board the Mantis.
I'm hungry. It's reducing the quality of my posture and I can't tell what that was.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a single-player only experience with no microtransactions, no multiplayer, or no DLC. Just like 2018's Game of the Year God of War. Combat in Jedi Fallen Order is of course similar to God of War, as well as the Dark Souls, Surge and Bloodborne series. You'll need to pay attention to what your enemies are doing, and block, parry, and dodge accordingly. Lightsaber combat in Jedi Fallen Order is more realistic. Of course we're using the term realistic for a fictional weapon, but it's more realistic than previous Star Wars titles. When the difficulty is put on hard mode, lightsabers are as deadly as their on-screen equivalent, and can be just as hard as the Dark Souls series. Cal will start off with a single Force ability, and throughout your time in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Cal will learn new abilities. You won't be picking up stormtroopers like you did with Starkiller in The Force Unleashed, but you will feel the power of the Force when the screen shakes and the controller vibrates with a powerful Force push. Unlike previous Star Wars games, once you've completed the main mission of a world, you won't automatically move to the next level, but you need to make your way back to your ship, the Mantis. You can free roam the world looking for chests which can contain anything from lightsaber parts, outfits and skins. The world traversal in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a mixture of the Uncharted and Assassin's Creed series. You won't be jumping off buildings into piles of hay or exploring the world like Grand Theft Auto. Though there are some invisible walls here and there, each planet is designed to be like a puzzle working to and from your objective. You'll also find meditation points which work like the Dark Souls series campfires. You'll be able to spend experience points on new abilities and rest. Now resting will restore your health and refill your healing stims in BD1, but this will also respawn all enemies except bosses in the area. So if you've just fought off a room of stormtroopers and you've rested, be prepared to do all that again. BD1 is your companion droid who is more useful than Merry and Pippin in the Lord of the Rings series.
Pippin!
BD1 will provide Cal with healing stims, unlock doors, scan the environment, and activate machinery. BD1 will even provide you with hints when you're inside Jedi temples, which work a little bit like tombs from the Tomb Raider series or dungeons from The Legend of Zelda. As you further progress through the story, you'll naturally unlock more Force abilities, allowing you to explore more areas on a planet that you might not have been able to reach last time around. In these new areas, you'll find chests and some potential items that BD1 will actually unlock. You'll be able to take your lightsaber to workbenches, either found throughout the world or on board the Mantis, and customize it any way you want. You'll be able to change the emitter, the handle, the switch, the wrap, the material, and yes, you'll be able to change the color of your lightsaber. The attention to detail is outstanding, and any fan who has been lucky enough to create their own lightsaber at Galaxy's Edge will recognize some of these familiar parts. Even changing the color of your lightsaber will change the ignition sound. Equipping the blue crystal will have the iconic light up noise.
Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
When equipping the green crystal, on the other hand, you'll have Luke Skywalker's unique and sharp ignition sound.
I see you have constructed a new lightsaber.
You'll also be able to equip Cal in different ponchos that go over his construction or flight suit, which thankfully aren't just reskins. You'll be able to change the colour of Cal's suit, equip skins to BD1, and even give the Mantis a paint job. The Mantis is not only your main mode of transportation for planet hopping, but is Cal's home. It's a little bit like the Normandy from the Mass Effect series. The good Mass Effect games, not that piece of shit Andromeda.
Focus defenses here and here. The Ket have been quiet for too long. See? No reason we can't be civilized.
Where you'll be able to explore the ship, chat to Suri and Grease, and even bring aboard some wildlife.
Oh no!
During our time with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, we found two small issues. The frame rate would drop quickly, which would hinder our combat and puzzling. During traversal, jumping and falling, you'll thankfully return to where you just fell off with less health. But having the frame rate drop while surrounded by stormtroopers and being pushed off a cliff gets a little fucking annoying. After unlocking a new Force ability, we returned to an earlier planet to explore and found an item that we probably shouldn't have found that somewhat spoiled future gameplay. We're not going to go into this because we don't want to spoil you. Though when we found this item, Cal would bug out, stand still and not move, forcing us to respawn. Upon respawning, the item was gone and all records of it in the menu were also gone as well.
Do this.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is the game that EA needed to release to keep Star Wars fans excited for the future. There's no microtransactions, there's no pay to win, and it's an outstanding single player experience that'll have Star Wars fans, young and old, facing off against the Empire.
I think he's scared.
He wouldn't even hear me out.